So it's Sunday, the last day of IPF Roll Worlds in Killeen, Texas. Coach Dave is filming this, and he bought an SBD belt at the SBD Ken Anderson booth. So we're going to unwrap the thing before we head up to watch the 105s and the Super Heavies this afternoon. So here we go. It comes in a real nice package. There's been a lot of hype about this. Dave, you want to hand me a knife? Open it up.
Official Vintage Strong singlet knife.
There we go. We always have these on our singlets, just in case. You never know.
That's right.
So I'm just going to try not to cut this thing because it was very expensive. And so everyone wants to know if it's worth it. So we're going to find out. We're not going to really like max out or anything on my front porch. Comes with some plastic, that's good for the environment. Some bubble wrap covering the fancy patented lever that is all the hype. Let's see. There we go. Alright, we got that. There's a tag. This is a double X because it's double the gains. You can see there's some nice embossed SBD apparel action on the back side of it. I think the lighting's okay there.
Yep.
It's got a real nice machined buckle. So the big hype about this is it's not just like a normal lever. What happens is these little prongs go into different holes, and you can adjust for different width. Kind of like a lever, or kind of like a single prong belt, but with the action of a lever. So I didn't really pop that in very well. So you put it in here, and you click it on. Obviously I could do it a little tighter than that. I think something worth noting is that if it's at the end here, the prongs won't go in. So this is something that they said is an issue. So ideally you want to buy one in the middle here. They're not custom made, so you have to find the size that fits appropriately. But you basically have to ignore like the last two holes is what my wife was told when she looked to buy one. So it's got a real nice suede inner. I believe this is sole leather. It looks like there's 2 layers or maybe 3 layers in there, which would be interesting. We got some calipers here so we can test how thick this is. The battery's off on the digital part, but so that looks actually quite a bit thicker than 13 millimeters. Of course it's IPF approved, so just because it says SBD on it you won't have an issue. Maybe that's about 13. And then the width, the IPF rules that this can only be 100 millimeters, so I imagine it'll be almost exactly that, just a tad over. So now you won't ever have a problem passing this at any IPF, USAPL type of meet, obviously. SBD's paid all the licensing fees and things like that. Dory, do you approve? Do you approve? She says it smells like rich leather. They're actually making a documentary about this belt. If they don't call it "Watch the Leather, Man," then they're doing it wrong. But yeah, very nice belt. It's a lot like a lever. It feels like a lever. If you're a fat boy like me, it's still going to pinch you when you put it in here just like a normal lever. But the difference is if you want to wear it loose during your warm-ups and then crank it up for your competition lifts, it's fairly easy to do. You don't have to have a screwdriver like a normal lever belt. It's extremely secure once you get it on there, and it honestly looks pretty blingy, which I think is one of the biggest selling points. So I think Dave's going to be really, really happy with this belt. If he gets too skinny and can't wear it, then I'll get fat enough to make it perfect for me. But if you want one, they're selling these at the booth. They'll probably sell out today. They were $235 there. I don't have no clue what the exchange rate is going to do with the stuff going on in Britain, but it'll probably be still about twice as expensive as most leather belts. So you really have to decide if the adjustability of this is worth it, and the matchiness of your SBD sleeves and singlets, which look pretty badass, is worth it. But it's a nice lifetime belt. I think they did a really good job. You know, they took their time making it for sure. So we'll see a lot of these at meets coming up. Oops. So we'll see if you have one. There we go, SBD.